फूलों का तारों का सबका कहना है, 1000 में मेरी बहना है. Oh, hello. I see that you're all already here. So it's Raksha Bandhan today and my puja ki thali is ready. I've kept some roli and chawal and I've kept the thread, the rakhi. Oh no, I forgot to keep something sweet. Let me go and get something sweet. But hey, what is this peacock feather doing over here? I wonder who kept it here. But this peacock feather reminds me of a very sweet story. So let's do one thing. Since I've forgotten to keep something sweet here on my puja ki thali, let me share a very sweet story with you. That's going to make up for the missing sweets on my plate, and that'll explain this peacock feather too. So are you ready to listen to a story? What did you say? Of course you're ready for a story. Well then, let's get started. Who wears a feather like this? किसी ने कृष्ण भगवान जी का नाम लिया? Did anybody say Lord Krishna? Well, you're right. तो ये जो कहानी है वो कृष्ण भगवान जी की कहानी है. This is a story of Lord Krishna. Many years ago, it was a very special occasion. It was the coronation ceremony of Yudhishthir. इस दिन युधिष्ठिर राजा बनने वाले थे. It was a wonderful day and there were many guests that had been invited to the palace. तरह के राजा, रानी, noblemen, kings, queens and lots of people had gathered for the ceremony. Among all the special guests, there was also a man named Shishupala. ये शिशुपाला कौन है? Shishupala was Krishna Bhagwan Ji's cousin brother. Yes. And when Shishupala was born, he was deformed. And his mother was really worried about him. और उसे एक बहुत strange curse और boon भी मिला था. The curse or boon was that whoever fixes Shishupala's deformity will also kill him. And one day, Krishna visits his cousin. And the moment he holds Shishupala in his arms, Shishupala's deformity is gone and he becomes a healthy child. But Shishupala की माँ बहुत उदास हो गई क्योंकि उन्हें पता था कि शिशुपाला ही कृष्णा के हाथों मारा जाएगा. So she cried and begged Krishna, please don't kill my son. She told Krishna about the boon and the curse. Krishna promised Shishupala's mother, ठीक है, मैं शिशुपाला को नहीं मारूंगा. I will not kill him. But Krishna had told his mother that once Shishupala crosses 100 sins, I will kill him. And today, Shishupala crossed his 100th sin. उन्होंने अपनी उंगली इस तरह से उठाई और अपना सुदर्शन चक्र निकाला. The Sudarshan Chakra was spinning on his finger. And the chakra left his finger and beheaded Shishupala in a second. But then, what happened to Krishna's finger? It had never happened before. There was a deep cut on his finger and his finger started bleeding. Everybody in the court gasped. But then Draupadi, who was Yudhishthira's queen, did not care about anything. She got up at once. She was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna. She got up and she rushed towards Krishna. She tore her sari and immediately tied Krishna's bleeding finger with it. Krishna's finger stopped bleeding. Krishna was so touched by this gesture that he uttered one word, Akshyam, which means unending, which also meant that the bond between Krishna and Draupadi would now be unending. Krishna called Draupadi his sister. उस दिन कृष्णा ने द्रौपदी को अपनी बहन माना और उन्होंने कहा कि जब भी तुम्हें मेरी ज़रूरत होगी मुझे याद करना. And sure enough, when Draupadi was in trouble, the day when the Kauravas dragged her into court and they wanted to disrobe her, Draupadi prayed to her brother and God, Lord Krishna. द्रौपदी ने अपने भगवान और भाई कृष्णा को याद किया. And at once, Krishna came to her rescue. And he uttered one word, Akshyam, unending. And Draupadi's sari became unending, because of which the Kauravas could not disrobe her. वो चीर हरण करना तो चाहते थे लेकिन कर नहीं पाए क्योंकि द्रौपदी की साड़ी खत्म ही नहीं हो रही थी. It was unending, just like the bond between the brother Krishna and his dear sister Draupadi. This is one of the sweetest stories of Raksha Bandhan. Not only does it throw light upon what a beautiful relationship a brother and a sister share, but also about promises, also about being there for each other, and also about Akshyam, unending. May your relationship and bond with your siblings be Akshyam, unending, and may you always be there for each other, just like Krishna was there for Draupadi and Draupadi was there for Krishna. तुम आए तो आया मुझे याद, गली में आज चांद निकला. I can't wait for tonight because it's going to be a full moon night. Did you know that Raksha Bandhan always falls on the full moon of the Hindu month of Shravana? It is usually in the month of July or August. Well, the full moon reminds me of another lovely story. It's one of my most favorite Raksha Bandhan stories. Would you like to listen to this one? Did you say yes? Well, I'm very excited to share this one with you. Well then, let's get started. There are many versions of this story, but ये वाली जो मैं आपको सुनाने वाली हूँ वो मेरी सबसे favorite version है. I love this version the most. बहुत पहले की बात है जब धरती पर कोई मनुष्य नहीं था. There were no living mortals on this earth. That's when two mortals took birth, Yam and his twin sister Yami. They were born to the sun god and his wife Sanjana, the queen of the clouds. And because they were twins, they loved each other very, very, very much. धरती बहुत ही ज़्यादा सुंदर थी. पेड़, पौधे, life was just breaking and it was beautiful. One day, Yam and Yami were taking a walk. And Yami ने कहा, यम वो देखो कितना सुंदर तालाब है वहाँ पे, मैं ज़रा वो देख कर आती हूँ, ठीक है? Yam said, okay, while you go there and take a look at the pond, I'll take a nap here under the tree. तो यमी तालाब देखने के लिए निकल पड़ी और यम पेड़ के नीचे लेट गए. When Yami came back after dipping her feet in the pond, splashing about and enjoying the beauty of nature, she saw that Yam was lying absolutely still under the tree. उसने जोर से आवाज लगाई, यम यम उठो, यम उठो ना, come with me, मुझे वहाँ इतना मजा आया, come, it's so much fun over there. But Yam did not stir. यम बिल्कुल नहीं हिले. यमी घबरा गई. She got a little worried and she went near Yam और उन्हें जोर जोर से हिलाने लगी. यम यम उठो, उठो यम उठो. But Yam did not move. That's when the gods pronounced from the skies that Yam is dead. यम नहीं उठेंगे, यम मर गए हैं. Yami was heartbroken. She didn't know what to do. So she started crying She cried and she cried and she cried. The only person who she loved with all her life was dead. उसका एक ही तो भाई था. अब वो किससे बातें करेगी, किससे प्यार करेगी? She was heartbroken and she cried. And oh, how much she cried. वो इतना रोई कि उसके आंसुओं से एक बहुत बड़ी नदी बहने लगी. In the meantime, all the gods in the sky were really worried. सूर्य देवता, संजना, सब लोग बहुत परेशान थे. They had to make Yummy stop crying. जब भी वो यमी को समझाने जाते that you're a mortal and all mortal beings die. जिसने इस धरती पर जन्म लिया है वो एक ना एक दिन जरूर मरेगा. But Yummy did not understand anybody's words. And it was decided that something will have to be done, because whenever they went to visit her, all she said was, "But my brother just died today." मेरा भाई आज मर गया. Yum died today. That's all she said. So it was decided that to make Yummy's sorrows a little less, Yummy will have to sleep. हमें कुछ करना पड़ेगा. All the gods went to Surya Devta and said, "We'll have to do something. आपको हमारी मदद करनी पड़ेगी. Please, you'll have to set, because when you set, night will break, and when night breaks, Yummy will sleep." Surya Devta agreed to set, and then that night he went down in the west. The moment he went down in the west, it became absolutely dark. That was the first night on earth. The full moon shone with its mighty brightness, and the stars twinkled in the sky. चांद और तारे पहली बार धरती में अपना प्रकाश प्रकट कर रहे थे. And when that happened, Yummy yawned. And like all other creatures, she too fell asleep. And when the next morning the sun rose from the east, Yummy woke up and she said, "Yum must have died yesterday." And then night came again, and again Yummy slept. And again, when it was morning, Yummy said, "Yum must have died day before." और इसी तरह से दिन रात दिन करते 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 यमी का दर्द थोड़ा कम होने लगा. She missed her brother, she really did. But she learned to live with the fact that he was no more. Yummy was still flowing because of her tears that had formed that huge river, and she became River Yamuna. On the other hand, Yum met with a very different fate. क्योंकि Yum बहुत छोटे थे जब वो मर गए थे, he had not committed any sin. He had not done anything wrong. So he earned himself a beautiful status. He became the god Yama, Yamdev, or the god of death. And he became the one who would then take life from the mortals. Life went on, and the earth became fuller. More people took birth on earth, more creatures, the birds, the animals. The earth became full, it became abundant. धरती बहुत तरह के जीवों से भर गई थी, और नदियों से भी, और एक और नदी बहने लगी थी. And this river was called River Ganga. गंगा और यमुना बहुत पक्की सहेलियां बन गईं. They became the best of friends. And one day Ganga noticed that Yamuna was very, very sad. Yamuna, kya hua? You look so sad. Why are you so sad? You're not yourself. Come on, cheer up. You're usually so bubbly and jumpy when you flow. You're dancing up and down. पर आज तुम्हें क्या हो गया है? तुम इतनी परेशान लग रही हो. क्या हुआ है? You can share your troubles with your friend. That's when Yamuna told Ganga about her twin brother Yam, and how he had now become Yamraj, and how she missed him and how she really wanted to meet him. Ganga decided to do something for her friend. Ganga went up to the heavens and she prayed to Yamraj and she said, your sister, she misses you. Why don't you come and meet her? अपनी बहन से मिलने नहीं आओगे? क्या तुम्हें अपनी बहन की याद नहीं आती है? That's when Yamraj smiled and he decided to pay a visit to his twin sister Yamuna. And he came down and Yamuna was elated. She was so happy to meet her brother. Oh, they spoke and they talked and they chatted and they laughed. And the entire day went by like that. She was so happy. And then Yamraj decided to do something. He made her a promise. उन्होंने कहा कि साल में एक बार मैं तुमसे मिलने ज़रूर आऊँगा. And that's a promise. At least once in a year, I will come to meet you, my sister. And then we will chat. That will be our day. We will talk about our childhood, our lovely memories, and we'll spend the entire day together. That day came to be known as Raksha Bandhan. And since then, all the brothers visit their sisters at least once in a year if they can't do that more often. And that day is their day. That's when they celebrate their bond as brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed this story. My only wish for you will be that may your bond too grow as strong as Yam and Yamuna's bond. And may you never forget about each other and make it a point to visit each other at least once in a year, even if you are very, very busy, and celebrate that day as your day. The day of siblings, the day of love, the day of Raksha Bandhan. Well, that was such a beautiful story of the love between two siblings. Raksha Bandhan has been celebrated in history too, not just as a festival between two siblings, but as a symbol to mark love, harmony, to keep promises. One such anecdote in history that really stands out for me is when the British ruled India. This was at the dawn of the 19th century, when Bengal was being divided by the British on the basis of religion. Hindus and Muslims were being divided. That's when Rabindranath Tagore urged them to come together, urged them to forget all about all the disharmony and tie the sacred thread of Rakhi to each other. And it happened. Hindus and Muslims tied Rakhi to each other and showed the British that nothing can divide them. Let's all take a beautiful lesson from this slice of history. Whenever Raksha Bandhan comes, let's not just think about the love between siblings, but let's just think about the love between humans. Let's celebrate this festival to come together. Let's celebrate humanity. Here's wishing all of you a very happy Raksha Bandhan.